Hey, what's going on everybody? Servo here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to pretty much instantly level some of your companions. It's going to take a little bit of work, but once you get it set up, you will be able to like future-proof yourself with all the companions and just max them out. And don't worry, this is a little bit of an end game trick, but I'm also going to show you the fastest way if you just own the base game and if you just do not have access to a lot of this stuff. I'm going to help you out with that as well. If you guys wouldn't mind, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate you. Let's just jump right into it. All right, so yesterday we ended up spending like the first hour of the new update on stream, just learning about the companions, the levels, figuring out what gives you the most amount of XP, which action. And I ended up finding out a trick during that live stream, and I wanted to put you guys on. I've seen a lot of people asking how I'm leveling these companions up so fast. So if you want to watch like the full science and breakdown, I will leave that live stream down below with the marker when we started doing it. But if you just want a quick short video, this right here is the answer. That's right, Snippet lures will give you so much XP. Now I actually just harvested these not too long ago, so I don't have as many as I can actually spawn. Oh my gosh, my inventory is full. I'm going to put on a new companion. I've already maxed out all of the notable companions over on this side. So let's pick, let's do the anxiety squirrel. He's level 1, no XP. We're going to level him up. So let me go clean out my inventory real quick. All right, here we are. So I have pretty empty inventory now, and my companion is still level 1. He's right here. So we're going to see how much XP I get from just going through here. And already at one swipe, he already went up to a level 2 that quickly. So one swipe, let's see. He is now at level 2. Let's see how much experience he has. He's about 18% into level 2. So we're going to work on level 3 now. I'm just going to go through here, swipe as much as I can. And obviously you want to have a buddy with you to duplicate these as well, because I'm going to show you why. Look at that, we're already at level 3 this quickly. So I have Merida here. She's actually duplicating all of these for me, and it's because we are going to reuse a bunch of these snippets to end up crafting more lures. So I'll show you about that in a second. So let me go ahead and finish the rest of this. See if we get to level 4. I don't know, it's going to be cutting it close. I usually have to do about 2 rotations of this to fully max out a character until I can make even more lures. But I mean, I'm just getting tons of these, and this of course will help you for Storybook Vale as well. Oh my gosh, it's just a snippet overload right now. There we go, he's already at level 4, and then we're on the grind for level 5, which will probably take me waiting about 15 minutes for these to all respawn again, and then I would come over here and do that. So it takes me about 2 rotations, like I said. And it's just insane how fast you can actually do this. So now let me show you how to get even more of these. So then you take all of the snippets that we ended up getting. We're going to go over here. And they actually added this stuff a couple updates back, but you have Storybook Magic down here. So what you can do is, like, I have the pink demon snippets. I'm up to 2400. I literally just converted these. So you could take all those snippets that you just got. You can hit the minus sign and it'll max it out. 99 of them will give you 1485 Storybook Magic. So I would just do this really quickly. It is kind of, it takes a minute to have to keep doing this and then scrolling down and then clicking. I honestly wish you could just auto like convert as many as you want, or at least 999 rather than just 99. But yeah, I do this. I get tons of Storybook Magic. And then I can go and craft more of these lures. So then if you go to functional item, and you want to make sure they are a lure, so you have to be careful. Some of them are repellents, some of them are traps. You want the actual lures right here. So the basic Olympic one is pretty easy. It takes 5 gold ingots. It takes magma, just one of them. It does take a bit of marble, so you're going to have to go mining. And then the mud skipper here, you can actually farm this in gold ripple here in this exact same biome I'm at. And then I would just end up crafting more. And every time I place one of these down, I'll end up getting an additional like 3 that will spawn. So then I can duplicate it, slap another one down, and now 3 more are going to spawn. Now some of these I have fully upgraded just because I can convert those snippets into Storybook Magic. And then you can come over here and you can upgrade them if you don't want to spend resources going out getting the mud skipper, going out getting marble. and you can level them up to increase how much you can have, 4 or 5. But I find you get more snippets by crafting a new one rather than upgrading, because when you upgrade, it only levels it up from a max capacity of 3 to 4, and then you still have to wait for it to spawn. So I've been kind of alternating between doing leveling them up and also crafting new ones. So then you could just go eat, go take a shower, come back 15 minutes and do this again, and you're done. So you may start off with just a few lures, but once you keep doing that over and over, you're going to end up and be like me and have tons of these lures, and then you're going to level up all these companions. Now the companions, there's a lot of them. It's not just these notable ones. There is 101 regular companions to level up, not to mention all the ones we're going to get in the future. So it's definitely a great way to level up your companions. Now I'm going to show you what you can do to level up companions without actually using lures, and it's something I do in between waiting for these lures. So I have found that the other best way to actually level up your companions is a couple things. If you have an orchard set up, you can go over there and start harvesting all the trees. I like to put a chest down, that way after I get done harvesting everything, I can then just throw it in there. So I would just come through here. Now, of course, this takes like, sometimes some of these take like an hour to respawn. That's why this one isn't as good as the snippet lures, but it gives you a ton of XP. And we did test this on many companions. So just go through here, and then I like to go between all of the different valleys. So I would go to Dreamlight Valley, harvest all the apples, the cocos, you know, you would get all the coconuts and everything like that. And then you'd go over, and then I would like teleport quickly over to Eternity Isle, and then I would go and harvest all of that stuff. And I have all of my stuff pulled over here. I got my strawberries, my trees. I mean, I have everything that I could just fast travel. Now, another great way to level them up is to do mining. Mining actually will give you a little bit more XP than going out and doing some gardening. But that doesn't mean it's the best way, because mining does take a little bit of time. Especially if your mining nodes are spread out. Then, you know, after you get done getting these couple, then you might have to go to another biome, or at least going from like node to node. And like I said, they do give you a good amount of XP, but it's going to take you a while. I mean, it's not going to level you up instantly like the snippets will. And then here is another thing that's going to give you a ton of XP, and that is farming wheat. Why wheat? Because you don't want to have to use a miracle elixir. Wheat only takes like 60 seconds to respawn. And then we also determined during our live stream that you do not want to use an ancient gardener to dig your holes, to plant crops, or anything like this. Your critter will actually get experience from digging holes, planting, like actually planting the crop, and watering the crops, and of course while harvesting. So you're going to get XP from like 4 different actions by doing it yourself. So what I like to do is hit up those snippets. Then I like to go forage everything in my valley, and then I like to do a little bit of gardening. I can come over here, collect all this stuff. You can also mix it in with mining. So those are the things you want to be doing. Fishing does not give you nearly enough to do anything. Time bending gives you barely anything when it comes to leveling up your critters. But there is one thing that is like a specific action that'll give you a ton of experience, but you can only do it like once per day. And then that, of course, is to pet your companion. So I got my anxiety squirrel. We can go over here and we can give him a little pet. And it gives him a little bit. Obviously, his first level, it's going to give him a ton. So you can set up companions like I have set up here with a bunch of companion house. And then once per day, go over here. And this is how you can like mass level up a bunch of companions. So some of these are at 1. It gave them almost half of a level the first time. And, you know, it's just spreading some love to your companions. So I would just come over here and I would pet every single one every single day. Obviously, you would want to spread these out more than I have it here. That way you can keep track of which ones you've actually pet. But this will be one way to like really chip away at the 101 companions there are to level up, is by doing this. You can, of course, select them up to 4 per companion house. You can even put like all the birds together, so it's not as confusing as well. And it's just really cute. So I like to pair these up with my little my wheat farm over here. That way it's just faster, convenient, and I also don't forget about it. So after I log on for the day and I go and farm up some wheat, I can then come over here and pet all of these really quickly. It's going to take a while, but over time, it's going to help out for sure. Now, let's see how much experience he's at. So he is at almost 4.5, not quite. He's like 40% into 4.5. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest this amount right here. And we're going to see how much XP he gets just from harvesting, not planting. And then don't forget, when you are gardening, you can get mini games like this that'll actually give you the same amount as if you were just harvesting that amount. Look at this. We got 2 of them back to back. So gardening is definitely a great way, especially if you're an early game player and you don't have access to like snippets or some of the other stuff. This is definitely going to be one of the best methods for you. All right, I just finished up the last one there. Let's see how much experience he has now. So he was like 40% in, and now he's at like 65%. So it did about 20%, 25% from doing 6 rows of wheat right here. And then I could finish it off by going out here and planting and watering these, and that would probably finish it. Or I could go and do the overpowered method, which is going out and getting these snippets. Now they probably, yeah, most of them have respawned. Not all of them. Looks like one batch of them did. So let me go ahead and collect these and see if this will finish it. And then there we go. That was the last one. And now my anxiety squirrel is level 5. So he had a little chest there. It's going to be in my inventory. So companion decor reward. Let's see what the squirrels give me. I end up getting an old funky sink. Okay, so I guess these are just random furniture pieces you get from the rewards. But then you also have the other companions, the notable ones that have exclusive tied rewards to it. Like, for example, Baby Pegasus will have this little throne. And I'm going to have a video showing all of those new furniture rewards coming up very, very soon. I've already collected them all. And this is the throne that Baby Pegasus will actually give you. So that's why it's a great way to power level some of the companions, like the notable ones, if you actually are wanting to. But just remember, you definitely don't have to power level any companions at all. There's no rush or race unless you set one for yourself by getting all of these companions leveled up very quickly. This is just a guide if you want to, or you have a specific companion and you just want their little exclusive rewards so bad. Maybe you need it for a dream snap. I think this guide is going to help you out with that. And yeah, just remember, have fun with it. The companion levels are set up to pretty much just get XP from all actions. So all your normal actions that you would get for your character is what's going to apply to the companion. So remember, no stress in this game. It is a cozy game, but I like to provide guides for people that like a relaxed environment and also ones that just like to have the fastest and most efficient way of doing that. And so that's what this video is all about. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch it. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a really great day. Good luck with your grind. Have fun with the new update, and I'll see you in the next one.